Hey, good morning, everybody. Tom Harness here with Harness Digital Marketing. I'm hoping that your hump day is off to an amazing start. It's rainy and dreary here where we're located in Carterville, Illinois. But hopefully where you're at, the weather is a little bit nicer. As you can see, I'm in uniform today. I don't usually have a lot of time throughout the day to go back home and change. So we do have honor guard detail today, so I try not to mix things up, overlap, but I had no choice today. Got a busy Wednesday. So, well, there's a lot going on online, and more specifically with YouTube. I did some research because it's been a while on kind of some YouTube statistics, and YouTube's been around since I believe, if I remember correctly, February of 2005. So it's been around for some time, and a lot of people got on the platform super early. Some of those people like Gary Vee with his wine videos. A lot of people are still jumping on, I don't want to say the bandwagon, but a lot of people are jumping on to YouTube for content. And one of the things to remember is YouTube is massive. There's I can't remember what it was, but there's billions of users actively on daily, meaning that it's a worldwide platform. Today, I wanted to talk about whether or not your business or organization should be on YouTube. That's kind of what I want to talk about today. And there's 3 questions that you need to ask yourself to kind of consider whether or not it's a good avenue for you specifically. Like I said, kind of in the title or the description here, there's 74 of adults are using YouTube, and 77% age 15 to 35 are using it actively. I mean, you can't, this younger generation, 13, even younger, junior high kids and up, to be honest, are always watching YouTube videos. And when they're not watching YouTube videos, they're on TikTok if their parents allow it. But there's just a massive amount of people consuming video and information through YouTube. It is the most active user base, way bigger than Facebook, Instagram, all those others. So first off, there's definitely a reason to consider it. All right, first question. What content would you provide? This is something that I even struggle with. There's a lot of digital marketing out there. There's pretty people. There's people that are goofy. There's all kinds of people, and you have to consider whether or not you got good content. Good morning, Josh. Josh is in Madison, Wisconsin. I will be up in New Glarus for the Beer, Bacon, and Cheese Festival in a couple of weeks. So I'm excited to get up into that area. So when you're thinking about the content, think about what it is that you're going to provide. And then what you need to do is then do a research, do a Google search, do a YouTube search to see how many people are actually on that content. Now, here's what I believe. I believe that everybody has the right to put content out there. But whatever your goal is, whether it's to generate more leads, whether it's just to have fun, whether it's to create, get such a big subscriber base that YouTube pays you for viewers, whatever it is, you need to make sure that the focus of the content drives that. And I'm not saying one is right or better than the other, but if you go into it thinking you're going to be rich and you're going to be famous, those are not always the best platforms. But if you're going to go into this for lead generation, revenue, possible revenue production, you need to be in YouTube for a long game. There's so many people out there, so many people talking about probably exactly what you're talking about. So you need to make sure that your content is driven, specific, you know the knowledge, and that you can present the knowledge in a way that people will connect with, okay? Number 2, how should it be produced? Okay, so what I've done in the past, and I still do, I use these Facebook recordings through Ecamm. I download them just as a file, and I upload them just like this, just a straight video. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I put the content on YouTube for SEO purposes. That's what I do. I want to make sure that Harness Digital Marketing, Tom Harness, anything of those things that are searched, the content comes up to validate and show that we are a legit business and that we do put content out consistently. So my big thing is SEO first and lead generation. I don't expect to get rich or have a huge subscriber base, but I do want to build our brand. So that's kind of how I come at it. We don't get a lot of interaction. We get a lot of spam sometimes on YouTube comments, but I like to be able to use the links from YouTube to drive traffic to the YouTube channel. So my strategy is a little bit different than most, go figure, but it works for us. And I like it. I like being able to use this and repurpose the video content from Harness Your Hump Day and just upload it. Now, the ones that really do get viewed are produced. I'm not gonna lie. It's very hard unless you're like a kid doing, how to make the flubber and how to make all that. I mean, there's some that are just low produced that do well, but most of the ones that really get the subscriber bases that are kind of big lead generation and are gonna get subscriber base for revenue are produced. Meaning you're gonna need software and you're gonna need to have intros and exits and you're gonna need to have lower thirds and you're gonna need to have basically a little bit more. Now it sounds complicated, but it's really not. Most of the people have this kind of knocked out and have it done. They have the intro, which is the same. They do the what this week's show is about real quick, and then they go into the show and then they have an exit. So sometimes it's not as complicated as one might think. But you do need to consider how it's going to be produced. And then, things like Restream, Ecamm, you can produce your show within this. It helps when you have other people, but you can produce your own show and there's a lot of options in here. I don't use all of them. There's like sound effects. We could bring in more things, but I try to keep these videos short and to the point. So there's a lot to consider when you're producing it. Don't let the production dissuade you to not have a YouTube channel, okay? Number 3, and I tell you this with social media and anything, you need to be consistent. Don't expect your very first YouTube video to go viral and you're just massive. Can it happen? Yeah, 1 in a bazillion, but it's the people that are consistently over time evolving, reviewing the videos that they do of themselves, which is super hard, and finding ways that they can basically continue to get better. I'm always trying to get better with these. I'm not happy with any of the ones that I do. Every once in a while, I've told my team, I really like that episode, but it's like 1 out of whatever. And I am super critical, but I think just putting your content out there and making sure that you're consistent with it works great. YouTube is not the only platform that you can put video out on. LinkedIn, I think of that because of Josh. There's LinkedIn and there's Twitter. You can use Periscope. There's a lot of things that you can do, but you got to know where your audience is really and where you want to reach. And it's okay that you're not on every platform, but there's some that you can kind of repurpose content or that you can use, like Restream. Right now, this is going out to my personal Facebook, the business HDM Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. So there's platforms that you can redistribute things and not make it so time consuming for yourself. So 3 questions you need to ask yourself. What content do you want to provide? How should it be produced? And can you be consistent? That's pretty much it. And I wish you all the best of luck. If you have questions about that, put them in the message comments below and we'll take a look at it and see if we can help you out. All right, moving on. I have to tell you, Crystal Davis's Marketing Makeup Monday. If you didn't catch it this week, what is wrong with you? Crystal is crushing it. I know that I think we're off a day, but go check out her playlist on Facebook. She's got her own playlist, and you can check out some of the past ones that she has done. Super excited to continue our partnership with Withers Broadcasting and Dana Communications on the Stars and Stripes Facebook group page. If you haven't, please go there. It is a Southern Illinois page, and it is geared towards supporting veteran organizations, veteran businesses, and veteran events throughout Southern Illinois. And sometimes we just like to, talk positive about all of our veterans that are going in the military or coming back. And it's just a good way to unite everybody. And it's been a great pleasure to have that partnership with them. So some events. We were excited to find out that the Carterville Sunset Concert Series is going to be continuing on for the month of June. So I don't have the lineup or the food trucks yet, but it's every Thursday, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So check that out. And then Brian Gibson over at Project Diehard is still needing support, volunteers, and donations for the July 26th to July 29th GI Party for the Forward Operating Base Rush that's located in Carbondale. Information is below. There's also going to be some big details about an event coming up that is huge. It's huge. So, as you continue your hump day, I hope that if there's anything that Harness Digital Marketing, our team and I can hashtag, turn the light bulb on for you or your business organization, please reach out. Let us know. We would love to help you, answer your questions, and work with you. And as always, go out in the world, make it a better place, and be the reason someone smiles. See you, everybody.